Taco Bell here in Lincoln pissed me off.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Thursday. I'm in my car and it's freaking cold again. It's below 30. Like I said, I'm doing my morning Spark. I'm going to try to do DoorDash this afternoon. I haven't done DoorDash at all this week, or only did it one day last week, a couple days last week. Now, this is my second offer I took. It's offer is just over $19 for 5 miles. It says take about 39 minutes. Number of quantities was like a little over 40, but it's 29. But you know, it's like a lot of duplicates. But the first one they offered me, this is just for you. It was it was $7 for 7 miles. I said, no. So anyway, like I said, it is freaking cold. It's 28 degrees. That's cold in the deep south. So anyhow, it's 10 minutes to 6. Making my way to Walmart. I got my super heavy jacket on. It's a little bit more bulky and it's a little harder to, you know, reach my phone and stuff like that. But you know, I'd rather be warm. So, okay. On to Walmart and shopping, then the customer. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that shopping order. I was mistaken. It was only 27 items, so the shopping went pretty quick. Nothing heavy. The only problem is a lot of the substitutions were not available. Mainly like a pack of Sun chips. I even asked the guy who was putting out the chips, and he went in the back and didn't have any. And he wanted a certain hot sauce in a certain size, but then Walmart only had the certain size in the location, the smaller size, so I had to go with the bigger one. But yeah, other than that, it went pretty smoothly. Yeah, it's bitter cold. It's 28 degrees. At least it's not windy, so it's very calm. So the heavy jacket is helping a lot. So yeah, don't know if I get anything else for this morning. We'll see what happens. I'm going to Spark until around 9 o'clock because, you know, if I get an order like right before 9 o'clock, I'm thinking it'd take me about an hour to do it, so I need to get back home at that time to be able to, you know, eat a quick lunch and DoorDash, you know, because I need to get DoorDashing up again. Yeah, it's yesterday, you know, Verizon went out. In fact, a couple of drivers I was talking to this morning, I was wondering why the orders were blowing up. Well, they were blowing up because things were not right. So I was able to somewhat navigate because one, I'm lucky I'm at home with Wi-Fi and I was getting the orders. That's when I discovered when I went to that shopping order. I got to Walmart, you know, nothing. So I had to actually go into Walmart, turn on the Wi-Fi there, and was able to do it and come in. And the trick is to go through the completion, you know, start the hey, I'm traveling, get the directions onto your phone, then get to your car. And that transfers that once you have the directions in the app, it'll take you there. The only problem is once you get there, and you can take the photo, but once you get there and you try to complete it, you can't. So I found the trick is I just happened to be near a Dollar General, and now, you know, I've had issues with Dollar General with DoorDash shop and deliver. So I went in there and just turned on the Wi-Fi, and sure enough, I was able to complete the order. So the rest of that day, about half the trips that I did yesterday, Wednesday, which I spark all day on Wednesday, I had picked up the order, go to Walmart, go inside Walmart, and continue, and everything worked. Now I noticed today, when I was looking at my metrics for acceptance rate went way down because I kept being pushed. Pick up. I don't do pickup at Pell City. I'm sorry, they're overworked, understaffed. And this is the only Pell City within Pell City. Only Walmart within a 30-mile range, where in Anniston, there's 3 Walmarts within a 30-mile range. So the pickup stress is split between 3 Walmarts and the Sam's Club. Here, there's no other. There's a one 30 miles away in Leeds, but that's a smaller Walmart than Pell City. So I don't know how much pressure that is, but I found out this morning, because I was kind of curious and checking my acceptance rate. The acceptance rate metric has been removed from the app, at least temporarily. I think what happened is, because the Verizon went out, all these offers went to all these people with Verizon phones like me. And since they don't have the luxury of me being at home with Wi-Fi, they're out in the wild. And the orders kept going and they kept not being accepted, so they automatically reject. So that pushed everybody's acceptance rate way down. And I think they're temporarily removed the acceptance rate and analyze the data and probably quote unquote fix acceptance rate. That's my theory. Probably won't. They probably see me that I manually rejected, so they probably won't fix my acceptance rate. But I think that's what's the issue. Why I don't see it this morning. So anyhow, driving. I'm near Walmart. I'm going to see if I can, I'm going to go back home and watch and see if I can get another shopping order. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, just as I signed off, I got a small shopping order. It's $15. It's a little over water, but it's so rare for me to get a second shopping order in the morning. I took it. It's only 6 items, and I'm going to Lincoln. And so it's $15.77 for 12.3 miles, and 31 minutes. But it's 6 items, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm here at Walmart. Let's go do shopping and then to the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that small shopping. It was only 6 items. I'm here in the neighborhood where I DoorDash a lot here in Lincoln. If y'all remember the customer that always ordered a Burger King breakfast and she always wanted grape jelly, yeah, this is the neighborhood. And I've been here as a Spark driver too. So, in fact, that's the house right there that I went to. So anyhow, so yeah, it's very rare that I get a second shopping one. So these 2 items compared is better than breakfast dash. So gonna make my way back home. I doubt I get another shopping, but it's happened before. When I got a third one, somewhere around 9 o'clock, a little after. But past 9 o'clock, I'm stopping Spark, so I can rest up and get ready for do DoorDash this afternoon for right after lunch. So yeah, still cold. Well, it's gotten a little warmer. It's now up to 31 degrees. Icy conditions according to the car. Yeah. One of the reasons why it's so close is because there's not a cloud in the sky. So whatever heat was retained on the ground at all is being sucked away. All right. So, anyhow, back home I go. And let's see what happens. Maybe I get another order. So, see you in a little bit. Welcome back. I'm going to attempt to do some door dashing. We'll see what today is. This is the first time I've door dashed since I think Friday. No, not Friday. Last week. I'm trying to remember why I didn't do Tuesday. I know why. Because I was expecting a package, and by the time it got there, it was a little too late really to do DoorDash, so I just continued to do Spark while waiting at home. So, I'm at Platinum. That's up because I'm using the Platinum Pass. Base of operation is going to be Cracker Barrel, because according to this is a hot zone. So let's see what happens. A lot of people have suggested that I don't need to really worry about trying to keep Platinum. This new point system has really been a bugaboo for me. But people says don't worry about it. So let's see what happens. Right? See you in a little bit. Well, I got my first DoorDash. It's a shop and deliver at Sally Beauty. And some other place I didn't check, but it was like $12 something for six miles. So I took it. So on to Sally Beauty. This is the second time I've been to Sally Beauty. I've been to Ulta twice now, and I'm going to have to get the employee to help me because I had no idea about this makeup. So, all right, on to Sally Beauty shopping, and then the next stop. So, see you in a little bit. Man, that was a crazy delivery. Crazy. The stacked order, Sally Beauty, Subway. Not the same customer. So I go to Sally Beauty, and that person wanted eyelashes and a hairdryer. Found the hairdryer. I had to get the somewhere, and they didn't have it. They found one, and they asked for, the customer had some approved substitutions, and I found the substitution, but I had the employee point to me, okay, which one of these is where it's supposed to be? They said, have the things, they're redoing things like anything. Sally Beauty is just as disorganized as Dollar General. So now, what's interesting now, I'm heading towards the southern end of the Gauntlet, and so I'm going to head that way, see if I can pick up something. That was I waited about 10 minutes, 15 minutes for that first DoorDash order to come up. So that took a little while. That's because it was the shopping. But I got the $12. So anyway, heading towards the southern end of the Gauntlet, and then I'm going to run the Gauntlet back up to Cracker Barrel and see if I can get something. So like I said, it's been a while since I've done a DoorDash. It's been a little over a week. But yeah, this is this is a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest. This is a little bit more relaxing compared to Walmart Spark. Walmart Spark, the offers don't come as often and all that, and then takes a little. On average, each delivery, either shop around, it takes about an hour. But it pays more. But yeah, you have to wait for that order. But I'm also waiting for DoorDash. But hopefully the delivery times are a lot shorter. So anyway, getting ready to turn into the Gauntlet. Let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I just picked up. Forgot to take a picture from New China. It's over $11. It's 13 miles, but it's over $11. That's Those are hard to come by. Plus, I haven't been, pickings are slim right now. It's already 11:30. I've been dashing for over an hour now, and this is only my second offer. So, yeah, yep. Almost declined it, but I said, man, it's over $10. I can use that money. So anyway, on the New China buffet, or not buffet, New China pickup, and onto the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that New China all the way out here in Lincoln, and while I'm out here, I picked up a local Taco Bell order. So I'm gonna go there. It's $5, 5 miles. So might as well do some stuff around here. See if I can get extra cash out here. So on to Taco Bell and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered the Taco Bell to neighborhood I've been to before, but not this particular section. This part of the neighborhood is right on the lake, and there's several lake houses right here, and so very nice. Yeah, but Taco Bell here in Lincoln pissed me off. For one thing, I walk in. And there's 2 Lincoln police officers in there, but neither one of them was the one that gave me the ticket. So in there, and there's nobody at the counter. They're sitting there doing all that. I wait a minute, and then I said, I'm here for DoorDash for, they totally ignore me. Another minute goes by, and I've already said I'm here waiting. Then I yelled out, hey, excuse me, I'm here for DoorDash. They still ignored me. Eventually, the drive-through lady says, "Will you?" And because the guy taking the orders, he's on the headphones, and he's the one that's totally ignoring me. And he said, "Yeah, we got DoorDash over there." So he knew I was there. He just didn't want to bother with me. So that's what pisses me off about restaurants. DoorDash is an inconvenience for them. I'm there just trying to make money like everybody else. And now with this new on time crap, I don't need some asshole, working minimum wage in a fast food to dictate, how I need to be helped. Sorry, that really irked me. This is the first time anybody's totally ignored me on a DoorDash order. Everybody else has been very, very helpful, but I'm sorry, this guy was being a dick. I'm sure I'm not the only DoorDasher that has issues with a restaurant, but look, I'm there. I'm on a time schedule. If they've already marked it that the food is ready and they haven't given it to me, that hurts me. And if it hurts me, then that's when I get mad. So, whew, man, it's just it's just, you know, I as a DoorDasher, you just want to be treated decently like anybody else, you know. I'm just another. I'm like another customer, all right. I'm serving one of your customers, you know, and so, you know, y'all store employees need to get off this attitude. This is the first time I've had this problem, but I've seen, you know, comments on the channel from other DoorDashers about, you know, how restaurant employees just, you know, treat DoorDashers as second-class citizens, or even worse. What we call here in the South, redheaded stepchildren. Redheaded stepchild. So yeah. Anyhow, okay, off my soapbox, but yeah, that just really irks me. Here, I'm just trying to, you know, make some money, treat everybody decently, and just be blown off like that. I got it on film. If maybe there's a reason he didn't ignore me because I was filming it. But you know, if this is marked late, I'm going to call, you know, DoorDash and say, hey, I got video proof that this guy totally ignored me, wouldn't help me. So anyhow, well, like I said, that neighborhood has been I've been in this area before. In fact, I'm about to pass the Dollar General I've been to many times. In fact, this is the Dollar General that I lost the signal inside the store and outside the store. I mean, this is where I had to refund the customer the last item I was trying to scan, because I couldn't, no matter what I did, I couldn't scan the darn thing. So anyway, I'm back in the zone now, and so I'm going to head to the interstate and head back to base, which is Cracker Barrel. So I guess technically, on that last run when I was, you know, the New China that eventually got me over here, the Gauntlet didn't win. So anyway, let's get on the interstate back to base and see if we can get another order. So see you in a little bit. Well, just as about a couple minutes after I signed off, I picked up a shop and deliver Dollar General. Let's see the specifics. Yeah, almost $21 for 13 miles. That's because of the mileage. Most of the mileage is me getting there. And it's about 18 items. So $20. So anyway, on to Dollar General and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Man, another crazy adventure. Dollar General. I'm never going to be a pro shopper with Dollar General. Half the stuff is missing, so I had to refund it. But half the stuff that's missing, is not. They don't have a label. They just don't have it. And here's the funny part. This is the Dollar General that I parked in the parking lot to get a Wi-Fi signal to complete the Spark deliveries yesterday. So, okay, I just go through, you know, so I sign up. You go inside the store, nothing. Signal dies. Works outside, does not work inside. And even the employee there is, yep, I didn't know we had internet inside, you know. And so, that's what I hate about Dollar General. These older stores, you know, they don't, and also that they changed the app when you shop at Dollar General. At least this time it did. Normally I assign a piece of paper, but now they got a barcode that they have to scan first, which I didn't realize. So the guy had to restart the transaction, scan the barcode that I had on my phone, and rescan everything, and that was it. There was no signing, no receipt, no nothing. Maybe part of the, you know, I saw advertisements, you know, Dollar General delivery and stuff like that, and that may be part of that. And it said it was done through their app, so that may be part of the reason. But yeah, I'm never going to be a pro shopper in this market, while Dollar General is the only available store in here. So might as well just give up on that idea. But you know, it was a little extra money, you know. So anyway, I've got an hour and a half left that I do for dashing. You know, I don't like Spark where I just happen to pick up one. I do have a somewhat of a schedule for Spark. Yesterday I picked up that last one. It just happened to be my threshold because I usually end Spark at 4 o'clock because if I get an order, it takes about an hour. It gets dark and so on. But here, I end DoorDashing at 3. But I start around 10:30 to 11 o'clock. But that's 4 hours straight. But after 4 hours, it's I'm almost 62, and it can be tiring. Unlike Walmart Spark, where I have intense shopping and then 30 minutes of driving and coming back, and relax and all that. But DoorDash, if it's going well, it's bam, 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 So, but I'm slightly out of zone. I've been in this neighborhood before. In fact, it's not really a neighborhood, it's out in the country. I just drove by, if you remember, the house that's next to a cow field, and it was wet, and you can smell the wet manure. I just passed that house. So, but yeah, it's just like, it really upsets me. If y'all remember, I did that one, if it's the video where I said, I got dizzy doing DoorDash, that's because I was going constantly up and down a mountain. What I did a DoorDash on a Saturday just to see what happens. And I went closer to Birmingham. I actually started in a city outside Birmingham called Trustful. And in there, a DoorDash, and it sent me everywhere. And I wound up, in Irondale, Vestavia Hills. I went everywhere. I wind up in the hood in downtown Birmingham. But during that time, I never got a shopping order during that time. But the one time I did Uber Eats, I haven't done Uber Eats since because that tip baiting really irked me. I did like 2 or 3 shoppings, and it was all Aldi's. And Aldi's is almost as bad as Dollar General because their stuff they have stuff that's they don't have everything in one location. They have a deli section that you think is supposed to be where the cold cuts are, but no, this is so. Aldi's would probably be better if I would have done more shopping, but DoorDash does do Aldi's because when I was there as an Uber Eats driver, there was a DoorDash person there doing shopping, so I know that. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to try DoorDash up here. But that day I never went to Aldi's. But yeah. The reason I do shopping because it gives me an opportunity to make extra money, especially, or more opportunities to get offers. And that is actually happening, but it's just a pain. Just a pain in the butt. Not like Walmart Spark. Spark is, granted, with a lot of things with Walmart, they are organized. And their app, now that you get used to it. If it doesn't have it, they make suggestions. If not, boom, and then you go on. DoorDash at Dollar General, especially when you have no signal, it is impossible to keep trying to communicate or wait for a decision from a customer because that customer never responded to all those suggestions. So as I was getting close, I said, the hell with it. I just went back to it and refunded them all. So, still out of zone. Like I said, just under an hour and a half, an hour and 20 minutes actually left. So, man, this DoorDash really pissed me off. Started with that guy in Taco Bell. He just like, I think the more I think about it, look, I've worked fast food. I know the type. He's probably a shift manager or team leader, team lead, and he wields, power, he's going on a power trip basically. I've seen it before. I've been around, look, I'm almost 62. I've seen it. It doesn't matter what work environment you're at, fast food, retail, professional. There's people who are middle managers or something like that. They get in a power trip, and a lot of times you gotta suck it up. But a lot of times it's not worth it. So, but anyway, let's go. Now made it back into zone. So hopefully what I'm about to do now is I'm going to run the gauntlet. I just happen to be south of the city. So let's go run the gauntlet and see who wins. See you in a little bit. Well, gauntlet didn't win. An offer did pop up, but I declined it. So my acceptance rate went back down again. But it was a Wingstop for $3 for 2 miles. Nah. No. But then right after that, I picked up a Subway order for $6 for 1 mile. And I just picked up the Subway because when I finished, I just passed and I had to work my way around. So got the Subway. I'm heading to the customer. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that Subway to a repeat customer. As I looked at that name, that name sounds familiar. Sure enough, I recognized the house and the number. And just as I was walking to my car, another DoorDasher shows up, bringing some more food. So yeah. At least I know there's another DoorDasher out there working. So anyway, I'm in a neighborhood that I've been to many times. In fact, I'm across the street from the neighbor from the customer that wanted me to break the rules. Remember that? She wanted me to buy cigarettes. So anyhow, I am on the extreme north end of the Gauntlet. So I'm going to just go across the interstate and head to Cracker Barrel as my base. Unless I get an order here real quick. So Gauntlet did not win that time. It almost won because I refused that first order, but then I got this better offer. So okay, let's head to base and see if I get another order. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just picked up another order just as I got off that clip. I'm going to Wingstop, and I just happened to be right here, which is good, because if I had gone a little bit further, I would have to go across the interstate, turn around, and come back. But it's $7.60 for like 4.5 miles, But I only got an hour left in my dash, so that's over water, not quite double like some people recommend, but so anyway. I am here at Wingstop. It's been a while since I've been to Wingstop. So let's go get the order and on to the customer. See you in a little bit. Hey, puppy dog. Hi. Hi, dear. Well, I just delivered at Wingstop. Well, it's not too far away. Actually, it got me closer. Kind of made a circle. Kind come on the back end of Pell City, actually, which is, just inside Riverside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back. In fact, I'm near one of the kindergartens I've delivered to a couple times. So what I'm going to do is head back down that way, back to the southern end of the Gauntlet. So we're going to try the Gauntlet again. And I've got about 40 minutes left in the dash. I'm hoping to get, one more order. Depends. I think I can get one more order, and I think that'll be it for the day. So it'd be nice to get two. So anyhow, today's been steady, except for being pissed off. Man, Taco Bell, just like that. Night and day. The Taco Bell in Pell City, the managers and employees there, very nice, very nice. They go out of your way. In fact, when we had very hot weather, the manager said, "Hey, you want some more? You want something to drink? It's on the house." And I said, "Oh no, I've got." But the fact that she offered, but very nice, very helpful, very courteous and all that. They know. Taco Bell in Lincoln, they don't give a crap, and you can tell in their attitude. It's just like, oh, hello. Take screenshot. All right. Well, just got a high paying offer from the liquor store. It says it's high paying, but it sure don't look high paying. But I went and took it because I think this probably be my last dash. So, and it happens to be in the direction I need to go. So, come on, start. So anyway, on to the liquor store and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that liquor order, and I went ahead and decided to go ahead and end the dash. There's only 20 minutes left in the dash, but luckily this order has brought me close to home. I mean, I'm on the road that I live on. So anyway, let's go home and when I get there, I'll get a summary. So see you in a little bit. Well, I'm home. Very interesting day. I sparked this morning, then I DoorDash this afternoon. And so the dash numbers are, I made $76.42 on 8 deliveries. There were 7 offers, 8 deliveries. That means because there were 2 deliveries on one order. I did decline one order, which was the Wingstop for $3 and 2 miles. But I had a big order. It was the going to Sally Beauty and then the Subway. So that wound up getting me almost $21. I think that's what it is. I have to look back in the video. So that was a $12 tip according to DoorDash. So let's take a look at some my total dash time was 4 hours and 12 minutes. So let's look at some of the ratings to see what happened. My pro shopper got trounced. I was at 5 point out of 6. Now I'm back down to 4. That's because the original items found, I was at the 96, to get the points, but now I'm down to 92. That's because all those items were not found. It is impossible to be a pro shopper with Dollar General. It is impossible. So let's look at the other ratings. Technically, I'm still without the Platinum pass. I'm still at Platinum. Let's look at the on-time rating. I'm at 92. And let's look at all the orders today. Shocker. I was on time on all of them. So, well, let's take a look and see. Yeah. But my acceptance rate is at 78%. It was at 79. Like I said, I was trying to get up to 80. I got an extra point where I gained a point was that now since I've done, I didn't DoorDash hardly last week, but now I've done some DoorDashing today. My numbers up there, so I got an extra point. So that I have a point cushion. But the Pro Shopper, I got 59 lifetime shopping orders, and there's no way I can maintain a 99 items found at a Dollar General where they don't keep their stuff up in stock. So that is totally impossible. Okay. So, yeah, I said this was interesting. This is the first time I really got mad at a restaurant employee. Just irked me. Just totally ignore me. That's, you don't ever do that. I'd never ignored anybody while I was working. That's just rude. Like I said, the guy was on a power trip. So anyway, but besides that, the orders were steady. Most of them were over water. Like I said, I had the big couple over 10, and I went over 20. That over 20 is what really helped me. So if you like the video, I urge you to select like. If you enjoy what I'm doing with the channel, I urge you to subscribe. If you're interested in the type of stuff that I use for this channel, including the equipment I use and the DoorDashing and sparking equipment, I have a link on every video that shows my kit, that shows all the items that I use. So if you're interested in looking and purchasing, there's Amazon links to all those items. If you're interested in the clothing I wore, this morning I wore my Spark gear. Now I'm wearing my dashing gear. Those are available in the store. Not all the items are displayed on the YouTube channel because I can only show so many items. But I got more sizes and t-shirts and items on there. So check the link on the videos to the store and check it out to see if anything will interest. And the reason I did this type of stuff is because, I'm sure, there are other people that may want to look, a little bit more professional. And so I thought about, clothing that will help do that. So anyway, like I said, going to end it today. I'll spark in the morning tomorrow and dash. Hopefully it'll be just as good as today. Well, I'm not doing anything Saturday. I take Mondays and Saturdays off, and I'll spark all day Sunday, starting here in the morning. Then I go to Anniston and check on my parents' house and spark the rest of the day over there. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and we will do this again. So we'll talk to you later.